Yes, guys, I'm Si. Welcome to Cardiff City World. And we are back with another episode of Rebuilding Cardiff City. We are already at episode number 5. And if you've been with us through this journey from the start, you will know we've covered a lot. How the club's off-field structure needs fixing, the squad's evolution, injury management and recovery, plus the boardroom issues and much more. But today, we are zooming in on something absolutely crucial in 2025, the media, the analysis, the technology. Let's look at it all, because modern football isn't just about what happens on the pitch. It's about how you prepare, how you analyze, and how you connect with your fan base. And if Cardiff City truly wants to rebuild, they have to get this right. We are going to dive into the club currently. We're going to dive into how the club currently uses platforms like YouTube and TikTok, the untapped power of storytelling, how data and technology can give you a tactical edge, and some of the outside the box thinking that could really push us ahead. And trust me, if the club nails this, we can build something truly special on and off the pitch. So let's go. So where are we now? Let's start with the basics. Where is Cardiff City in terms of its digital presence and media output? Well, currently Cardiff City's YouTube channel stands on about 36,000 subscribers, which is not too bad, but it's nowhere near what you'd expect for a club of this size, this history, and this fan base. For context, Sunderland, previously in League One, 70,000 subscribers, with content that goes beyond just highlights and simple interviews. Portsmouth, Ipswich have highly engaged digital communities with dynamic content strategies. The club's content is functional, match highlights, some interviews, a little bit of training footage. But what's missing is genuine storytelling, emotion, content that pulls fans in. It makes them feel a part of the day-to-day journey of everything that is Cardiff City, week in, week out. You look at Wrexham. Now, of course, we'd all love a Ryan Reynolds and a Disney behind us. But for example, their digital strategy has gone viral internationally. They have podcasts, behind the scenes access, player-led content, and they are building a global appeal with a strong narrative. And look, yes, we'd love a Disney, we'd love a Ryan Reynolds, but it's not just about that. It's about the access. It's about getting your players to go and do podcasts and interviews and engaging with fan events, building a massive global appeal, but telling the story of your club, of your team, of your players individually and collectively. Create the narrative. Engage with your fans. It isn't luck that Wrexham have got what they've got. It isn't luck that Sunderland, that Portsmouth, that Ipswich and other clubs have an engaged digital fan base that they constantly turn into real life leads. Cardiff City has potential. We know this. The potential, the stories are there to do. It just needs the vision. And to a lesser degree, the investment, because YouTube and the storytelling, which I'm describing, it's not a massive undertaking in terms of cost. Yes, it costs, but it doesn't cost, millions of pounds to do it properly and do it right. Social media storytelling. Let's engage. Let's build on what we just discussed. Social media isn't just a place to broadcast the scoreline and update the scores and tell the fans when you've sacked your manager or you've signed a player. This is daily conversation for fans, daily engagement with your customers, fan base, the people who build the identity of your football club. How you increase loyalty, identity, passion beyond the 90 minutes on a Saturday or a midweek game. Platforms like Instagrams, Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts are powerful because that's where fans are. They meet, they go, they consume bite-sized, engaging content on their mobile devices. Millions of people around the world do it. Let me give you a little example of what other clubs have done. Ipswich have used short-form clips showing Kieran McKenna's personality in the dressing room. And suddenly the fans aren't just cheering for a name on a shirt or the name of the manager. They're connecting with the actual person. Bristol City did a mic'd up training session. It gave fans this exclusive access and humanizes the players. It turns them into individual characters and it gives you something to follow. It helps you to see the work that those individual players are putting in whilst also engaging with their personalities. Swansea, and yes, it hurts me to bring them lot up in this video, but they've consistently invested in digital storytelling and marketing within the digital side of their of the club, and it creates an emotional investment with their Union Jacks and whatever. Stupid. But anyway, what's Cardiff's equivalent? We've had a few moments, but no sustained effort. Imagine if we used TikTok for quick question and answers with players, TikTok challenges, capturing their personalities, their interactions with each other, their banter, their passion. You run weekly series on YouTube where the academy stars share their journey. The fans don't just want the bare basic news, transfers, manager sacked, manager, blah, 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 blah. They want engagement. They want stories. People, Cardiff City fans, football fans everywhere, they want their thought process in a day is all about their club. That's all they think about. So give them that engagement. Give it to them. They want the stories. They want news. They want everything that comes with their club. And beyond that, social media analysis tools can help the club to understand the fan mood in a real time. Messaging can be adjusted and fans can feel heard or ignored. But let's face it, Cardiff City fans have felt ignored for a long time. Engaging in the digital age is a way to bring that back, bring the fans and the club closer together. It's the digital age. Get with the times. Storytelling is king. Do it and do it right. Okay, let's talk more about the football side. Tactical edge through data and money balling transfers. This is the one. So let's shift gears into the heart of the matter. Analysis, data. Football is evolving and it's evolving fast. Clubs like Brentford and Brighton are living proof. They have revolutionized the game, their recruitment, their tactics with data-driven decisions. And they're not the only ones, of course. Right now, Cardiff stats tell a clear and quite painful story. As per FBref SofaScore, the team consistently ranks low in key metrics like progressive passes, forward carries, press resistance in midfield. These aren't just coaching problems, they're recruitment and tactical issues. So how do we fix it? Well, one word: Moneyball. You will remember the film Moneyball. I've talked about this a little bit previously. The Oakland A's use data and stats to find undervalued players and compete with richer teams. And that's exactly what Cardiff probably need to do. With platforms like WeScout, you can watch video and detailed stats on virtually every player in every professional league in the world. Need goals. Find players with high expected goals per 90, high shot volume, solid conversion rates. Need pace. Analyze sprint speeds. Acceleration data. Need leadership. Look at captaincy records, influence matrix. Combine those with personality checks, psychological profiling, tactical fit analysis, and suddenly you get a comprehensive recruitment strategy before you've even spoken to the player. You moneyball what the team needs: goals, physicality, creativity, whatever it may be, and you find the best cost-effective solutions. And look, this isn't a theory. It's been done. It's been proven. Clubs with smaller budgets are outsmarting the big spenders by using their tech properly and smartly. Also, with regards to analysis departments, they need to be empowered, not sidelined, not pushed to a side or go crunch the numbers in the background. The analysts are a massive part of the game. They have to be in the coaching loop. They have to be offering actionable insights that influence player game plans, player development, and transfer decisions, tactical issues. It can all be used. In fact, with Cardiff, analysis needs to go beyond that, not just player stats. We need detailed opposition analysis as well. So I do weekly match previews, yeah? And far too often over the last 18 months, maybe longer, I will highlight a player or a tactical weakness that I think Cardiff need to be aware of or that the opposition may exploit or we might struggle with. And then come match day, that exact issue or that exact player is exploited or they cause damage and we're caught flat-footed and we look like we didn't expect it or we didn't even know about that player or we didn't know we had an issue. If a fan like me can see it, why can't a professional football club? Too often, the opposition analysis seems to be like surface level or reactive. We need some proactive and meticulous opposition research. Modern tools like Catapult Pro Video, NAS Sport, Y Scout, they all allow teams to dive deep into the opposition patterns of play, set piece tendencies, which side the opponent prefers on corners, like where do they go, what's their specific runs, their pressing triggers, how and when the opposition presses, and how can we bypass that? How can we exploit that? The key players, not just the top scorers, but the influencers who create space, who disrupt the shape, who get on the ball and dictate play. Clubs like Liverpool, Manchester City, they all invest heavily in this level of kind of preparation. But even most championship clubs have started to adapt it. Cardiff need to get with the times. We're so far behind in every metric, as we've talked about previously. But Cardiff must fully invest in these platforms and dedicate staff to produce a detailed opposition dossier every single game. And I'm sure they do in some way, but that way has to be better. The coaching team has to be better. The coaching team has to have actionable intelligence to plan, to strategize, and neutralize threats that opposition teams may pose each game. This would help to avoid those frustrating moments where an opposing player runs riot or the same player constantly causes us issues or scores goals. Be prepared. Use the tools that are available to you. On that, let's talk modern football, modern tech in modern football. Right. Let's talk about it. Modern tech, the backbone of the future, right? We're in the digital age. We're in 2025. And of course, Cardiff does use some tech in good places. Got GPS vests, tracking player loads, basic video analysis software, the fitness monitoring, etc. But there's so much more that you can unlock in 2025 that you can utilize in a way that helps footballers individually or as a group. So let's start with it. Let's have a bit of a deeper dive into some of these. So you got number one, the wearable tech, the real-time tracking. I talked about sleep monitoring in the last episode. Like Whoop would be a massive thing. I'd have all the players on that. You've got your GPS trackers and heart monitors. They give crucial data on player exertion. They give sprint counts, fatigue levels. But new tech allows that live tracking during games, meaning that medical and coaching staff can monitor players' health and load and tweak tactics in real time, or remove players if necessary in real time. For example, if a player's overheating or they've overexerted, they could be substituted to prevent injury, or maybe they need lots of fluids, or maybe they need some of the gels to give them that extra bit of energy. There's So much that you can utilize through that in real-time tracking. Number 2, AI and video analytics. Number 2, artificial intelligence and video analytics. AI platforms like Cognia Sports Intelligence automatically tag key moments, patterns in match footage. So no more do analysts have to trawl through hours of manual reviewing games. These free analysts to focus on tactical insights, on player behavior, what's gone on in the game, the big moments. You have to use AI. AI is such an important tool in almost every business now, and that includes football. Number 3, machine learning for injury prevention. Of course, we talked last week about injury recovery and prevention. Can't get my words out today. In terms of the cryotherapy and different aspects, but systems can also predict injuries based on muscle load, on recovery, on past injury data. For example, Tottenham have partnered with a tech company that reduces hamstring injuries by 30%. This is the sort of outside the box thinking that we need to get with the times. Number 4, virtual reality training. Now, this is a fascinating one. So VR lets players relive tactical scenarios in a controlled environment. It's great for improving decision making, particularly in young players who maybe have got all the ability but haven't quite got the decision making in that split-second decision down. This allows them to practice that without the physical strain. It also speeds up learning new formation, set pieces, and other such tactical plans. Get with the times. Number 5, enhance opposition analysis. We touched on this previously, but technology can be really integrated to produce these dynamic dashboards. They can show live scout reports on the upcoming opponents with heat maps, passing networks, player tendencies, patterns of play, set pieces, the lot. Use it. Number 6, another wild one, augmented reality fan engagement. I'm sure some of you have seen the Premier League games in the bars in America, where it looks like you are, when you take the picture, it looks like you're in the ground. It's incredible. But imagine if fans are using AR apps on a match day to get player stats, to get overlays, to get 3D replays, interactive stadium tours. If you can integrate this stuff into the match day experience, the possibilities are endless. Another thing which is like probably different, and it's not everyone's cup of tea, and it's not something I know a great deal about, but number 7 is blockchain for digital collectibles and fan rewards. Some clubs have launched NFTs and blockchain-based loyalty programs that reward fans for engagement. It rewards fans for going to games, for engaging on social media, for commenting on videos, etc. And it drives new revenue streams for the football club, and it involves the fans. It engages with the fans. It brings the fans and the club closer together. Number 8, AI-powered content creation. Now, this is an interesting one. Clubs can use AI tools to generate automated highlights, captions, fan polls. They can boost social media output with pretty minimal effort. So you're talking about stuff that needs to be done that doesn't have to cost a fortune. And maybe by utilizing those AI-powered tools, those people who used to prepare the highlights, the captions, etc., can then be moved onto some of the other exciting projects that the club should be doing to engage the fans. Number 9, sentiment analysis for fan feedback. Now, this is a controversial one, I'm sure, if you work at Cardiff City. Monitoring fan mood on Twitter and Instagram with AI can really help the club respond faster to concerns. It can shape the message they're sending, but it can also create targeted campaigns to help fans understand what the club's plans are, what the plan's long-term thinking is, and what's going on. You know, look at the managerial situation at the moment. Been a lot of mixed messages, a lot of confusion, but none of that's come from the club, because all we've had from the club is silence. So sentiment analysis for fan feedback on particularly Twitter and Instagram where you can use AI to help you is a massive thing. Number 10, tactile broadcasting for accessibility. So this is an emerging tech which makes football accessible to visually impaired fans, and it's via tactile feedback devices. Cardiff City, integrating this type of technology would, of course, require investment, but it offers a genuine competitive edge, both in the player performance and fan engagement. It's time to get rid of DVDs and Excel spreadsheets and every painstakingly difficult bit of stats and analysis. This is the future. AI, digital, and engage with your goddamn fans. Now, let's get a bit creative. It's not just about standard social media, stats reports, analysis. Cardiff need to think outside the box. So let's cut through the noise and build a unique identity. Let's do things that no other club does. Let's not wait and copy other people. Let's be inventive. But just a few little things that they could integrate into their YouTube channel. Former and current player interviews. And I'm not talking post-game, oh yeah, we played well, blah, 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 blah. I'm talking storytelling. I'm talking let them be themselves. Short form, long form podcasts with former legends, current players, sharing stories they've never shared before, training insights, create a real connection with your fans. Imagine a TikTok series where a club legend breaks down iconic moments that he needs from his career, or a YouTube docu-series which follows the players' lives in a big build-up to a big match. Whatever it may be, it just brings the fans and the players closer together, which is a good thing because that engages and that turns into real-life engagement, which we'll talk about in just a minute. Pre- and post-match tactical shows. This is something that really, I got to be honest, and you excuse my French, really pisses me off. So EFL clubs do not get the tactical analysis and breakdowns of their game and their teams anywhere. They're literally reliant on fan content like Cardiff City World and, you know, all the other great fan content creators out there for different clubs to break down and give that tactical analysis, because the TV companies don't provide it for your club. They don't provide it for our club in Cardiff City. So most EFL clubs don't get that in-depth analysis on TV. So why don't Cardiff fill the gap? Why don't they have expert-led shows breaking down the lineups and the strategies and the key battles before the games, and then after the games, break down the games? We already know fans are smarter than ever when it comes to tactics and football. So let's make it so the club and the fans are more engaged. You are only going to get more subscribers to Cardiff City YouTube channel, their TV channel, whatever it may be, by doing things like this. TikTok and short series, quick fire question and answers, challenges, fan reactions, training ground bloopers. This informal content humanizes the players, makes the club relatable, and brings the fans and the players and the club together. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. Interactive fan content, polls, challenges, fan generated videos that can be featured on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it may be. Drive community engagement. Cardiff City Foundation does a lot of stuff in the community. Tell us about it. Next up is cultivating nostalgia, right? And this is one which really pissed me off again. So last year, 125th anniversary, I feel like that was a massive missed opportunity. Each week this season, like imagine this, right? 125th anniversary season. Each week of the season, the club release a video between 15 minutes and 20 minutes, say, right? Every week. And it's on a player, a team, a historic moment from the club's history. It comes out on Monday. Then throughout the week, you drop different clips of it to drive people towards that video. And all it does is it makes people emotionally invest. They remember why they fell in love with Cardiff City. It keeps fans emotionally invested. It reminds them why they fell in love with a club. By the weekend, they're thinking, do you know what? I'm going to go down this weekend. So suddenly, nostalgia on social media and a very short video in terms of production and costs suddenly has an effect in the real world, and the tickets you sell on a Saturday get fans emotionally invested in your football club. At the moment, the Cardiff City's biggest problem is apathy. People have stopped caring because they're so downtrodden because of the lack of communication, the lack of engagement, the owner, the board, whatever you want to say. Like, you have to bring these people back. And most importantly, you've got to keep the young people. TikTok, the digital age, that's how you do it. Virtual fan meetups. Now, this is an interesting one. But you could do live Q&As. You could do virtual events hosted by players, hosted by staff, especially valuable, right? Because we did it in COVID. We had these Zoom calls, we had these things. There's so many different things you can integrate where you don't have to, have the big cost of the big room and everything and getting the people there. There is ways to do it. We know it because we did it for 2 years in COVID times. Tech-driven community outreach. Apps, platforms that connect fans with community initiatives, volunteer opportunities, charity events, reinforce the club's role beyond football, beyond business. Remember who you are. Bottom line, creativity, technology should go hand in hand to build a modern Cardiff City that's competitive on the field, but also connected with the fans and has the cutting edge in terms of competition. We have to get with the times. Number 7, maximizing YouTube and TikTok and turning it into real life engagement. So finally, I want to talk about turning digital content into real life impact. As I say, the 125th anniversary showed how easy it could have been to tell a different story each week. A player profile, a historic team, a legendary match, whatever it may be. Share it Mondays, clips throughout the week, yeah? Imagine fans watching these. They're feeling nostalgic. They're feeling that pride, deciding, I'm going to come on a Saturday. Let's go. But we just didn't see that. What did we get? A badge reveal, a couple of tweets, and a little kind of documentary towards the end of the season. It's just not enough. Other clubs have done so well with the content and the engagement that they get from it. Portsmouth Fratton Faithful series brought a fan community into the spotlight. It drove ticket sales. Bolton's This Is Our Town mini documentaries connected the club's history to the present, building identity on the match day atmosphere. And of course, Wrexham's digital content directly boosted merchandise, membership sales, but most importantly, it brought back a whole stack of fans who were disenfranchised and disconnected with the club. Cardiff can build similar campaigns. Mic'd up academy, first team sessions, draw the young fans to the youth games, exclusive behind the scenes documentaries, boost membership signups, TikTok challenges, question and answers, driving traffic to the club shop. Every piece of content should have or be a call to action for Cardiff City fans, a reason for fans to engage with Cardiff City Football Club beyond the screen. This is the digital age. This is how digital media becomes a growth engine on and off the pitch. So where do we go from here? To me, it's simple, but it is demanding. Cardiff City must treat the digital and analysis technology departments as core pillars of the football club, and as important as recruitment and coaching and scouting are. We have history, we have the fan base, and we have the passion. But now we really need the vision, a little bit of investment, but ultimately we just need the courage to embrace the data, embrace the technology, embrace the storytelling, and for God's sake, embrace the creative thinking. This isn't about copying others. This is about shaping Cardiff City and bring them into the digital age. It belongs to the fans. It competes with the best on and off the pitch when we're at our best. But if you believe that Cardiff should tell better stories, they should connect with their fans in a smarter and clever way, then let me know. Because quite frankly, as I've said many, many times, we're so far behind the times in every metric. And I include social media and all the digital elements that come with it. I love Cardiff City, mate. And it is what it is. It pains me to see them where they are, at least 5 years behind. If you think that Cardiff should tell better stories, connect with the fans better, engage, leave a comment, drop a like, share your favourite memory from following Cardiff City. Tell me how you fell in love with Cardiff. That's what I want to hear. If you can become a member, great. But that's what I want to see. I want to hear what made you fall in love with Cardiff City. Let's remind everyone, including the club, that this is Cardiff City World. It is by fans, for fans. Keep your faith.